The base of Iman is knowledge, and the only way to increase that Iman is by the good deeds. There is no way we're giving in Quran and Sunnah that you could increase your Iman beside the good deeds. The more, a lot of people think vice versa. A lot of people think, and I always said that point, they have corrupted heart because a lot of people think we do bad things because we have corrupted heart. Yes, absolutely true, but we corrupt our heart by our own self. كثرة قسوة القلوب من كثرة الذنوب. Hearts are that corrupted because we trivialize things. We trivialize this, we trivialize that, till we corrupt our own hearts. Anything to do with Iman and Kufr, huwa sababun wa natija at the same time, is cause and effect at the same time. But we corrupt our own hearts by our own deeds. But the only way is to force yourself to feed that part in you, the part that is good. Al-nafs, and I'm going to come to that point again. So let's talk about al-nafs before the time is over. Tazkiyat al-nafs, self-cleansing, is a very important process that starts with محاسبة النفس, and محاسبة النفس need مراقبة النفس, and مراقبة النفس needs مساءلة and مقايسة مع النفس. Tazkiyat al-nafs, self-cleansing, needs محاسبة النفس, need you to judge yourself, to always question yourself. Like عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه said, حاسبوا أنفسكم قبل أن تحاسبوا وزنوا أعمالكم قبل أن توزنوا وتزينوا للعرض الأكبر يوم لا يخفى منكم خافية فإنما يخف الحساب يوم القيامة على من حاسب نفسه في الدنيا. Judge yourself, question yourself before you get questioned. Judge yourself before you get judged. Weigh your deeds before you get weighed. And be prepared for the day that there is nothing could ever be hidden. And know for sure, those who involve themselves in judging themselves in this dunya, judgment day will be much easier and much quicker for them. And for you to have muhasabat al-nafs, you must have muraqabat al-nafs. You must predict where your problem, where your fault. Why am I like this? Is it because my parents raised me that way? Is it because of a lack of knowledge? Is it because of ghafla? Is it because of shahwa? You must understand and pinpoint the problem. Because as I have said, Tazkiyat al-nafs, like it was called by some scholars, they call it al-takhliyah, والتحلية. That means you want to take something out and you want to replace something in. And that can never happen unless you do مقايسة مع النفس. المقايسة هو المقايسة ما بين نعم الله سبحانه وتعالى علينا وجنايتنا وتقصيرنا في حق الله سبحانه وتعالى. You must compare and make comparison between the so much blessing that you have from Allah and the so much fault that you do. And you must compare the how much you need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and how much you do. You must compare and you must ask yourself so many questions. مساءلة النفس. أنت غني من أغناك؟ أنت قوي من قواك؟ أنت عالم من علمك؟ أنت رئيس من رأسك؟ أنت أمير من أمرك؟ أنت ملك من ملكك؟ A person must ask himself, am I knowledgeable? Who gave you the knowledge? You strong? Who gave you the strength and could take it any minute? You're wealthy? Who gave you the wealth and could take it any minute? You're a prince? Who gave you the status? You're a president? You're a king? Who could take you any minute? A person must involve himself in questioning himself, in questioning his ability. A person must understand that it is all inside of him, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alhama al-nafs al-fujur kama alhamaha al-taqwa. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give to the nafs and give you the ability to be the best there is that you could be and the worst there can you be. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not dictate evil in you. Allah created everything. Even evil was created by Allah. But Allah never intended evil for you. A human intend evil for himself. But it's all inside of you and what you feed. Like an old man, a small story, an old man told his son about a battle that goes inside people. He said, son, there is a battle between two wolves. inside us all. One is evil. One is evil. Resemble greed and guilt and hatred and envy and jealousy and ego. And the other one is good. Resemble joy and peace and happiness and faith and belief and honesty and trustworthiness and hope. Then the son asked his father, which wolf wins? The old man replied, the one you feed, son. That means it is all inside of us. And which part of us do we feed? As we have seen from the diseases of the heart and the nafs, whatever you do is that whatever you find in life. Whatever you think, that's what type of life you will have. And first of all and most important for us, before we try to achieve anything, and we should never underestimate the power of dua, of اللجوء إلى الله سبحانه وتعالى, هو أن يتبرأ الإنسان من حوله وقوته متيقنا مؤمنا معترفا لله بأن ليس له حول وليس له قوة إلا بحول الله وقوته. A human, before we try to achieve anything, we must surrender to Allah. We must admit our weaknesses to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and understand and admit that there is nothing we could do, there is nothing we could achieve if it was not for the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But for us to do that, we must be on the side of truth. And the truth can never be achieved but by the light of truth. اللجوء إلى الله سبحانه وتعالى, مناجاة الله سبحانه وتعالى. And there are so many beautiful munajah that you could get used to. And the best, of course, الدعاء المأثور عن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. And there are so many munajah. Beautiful poem. It say إلهي. And in that poem, a person is admitting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that if it was not for the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if it was not for His mercy, He would have never, and none of us will ever see any goodness, even in this dunya or hereafter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us everything we have and could take anything that we have, and yet inside of us we worship somebody else. Because I have said many times, worship, it doesn't mean going up and down. Worship, al-ibadah, means al-inqiyad wa ta'a, is to be driven, to obey, to accept. So those who accept another ideologies that contradict with Quran and Sunnah, those who have in their life something that drives them beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they're worshipping that. Where over and over Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, وَاتَّخَذُوا مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ آلِهَةً لِيَكُونُوا لَهُمْ عِزَّةً كَلَّا سَيَكْفُرُونَ بِعِبَادَتِهِمْ وَيَكُونُونَ عَلَيْهِمْ ضِدًّا. Anything, whatever, you could take that as an example and apply it in anything in life. Whoever takes a God beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that will be a main drive in his life. That thing, whatever it is, will be the source of your misery. Ibn al-Qayyim has said in tafsir that ayah, he said, وَاللَّهِ مَا أَحَبَّ الْإِنسَانُ شَيْئًا دُونِ اللَّهِ إِلَّا عُذِّبَ بِهِ فِي الدُّنْيَا وَلَا بُدْ. You would never accept or be driven or obey or bow down to anything in life beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unless that will be the source of a humiliation. And